guys. Happy Thursday. My name is Lauren, otherwise known as Mrs. Tomato Head, and this is my show, Lauren's Tomato Awesome Sauce. Welcome back to those of you who have been here before. If you're new, I talk for about 2 hours, no joke, about one of my favorite things in the world, and that is tomatoes. If you're here, you probably like tomatoes too. This is an interactive broadcast, which means you can put comments in, and I try to get as many on the screen as I can. If it's your first time, let us know. We can say hi to you. We're a very welcoming group of tomato heads here. We kind of come to escape our problems and to find out a little history about tomatoes. I actually have tomato to taste today from one of my own microcrosses, and we'll just have some fun. At the end of the show, we give away seed prizes. We've got some great donations thanks to a couple of our generous members today. All you have to do in order to win is to type hashtag tomato in the comments. You only need to do it once. And we've got prizes today from Olivia Lai again, from Linda Wicker Downing, Deb Toothaker, and me. I am very, very far behind now. It was a few weeks. Now I'm very, very far behind in getting my seed prizes out. I promise you, you will get them. It's just, oh, sorry, I just got a text from my husband. He's coming home to take care of something. I don't know. Oh, was I saying this? I'm not sure. Today's a special day for me. It's not the actual day, but in 2 days, I will be celebrating 13 years of sobriety, which is the scariest and most amazing thing I've done in my life, other than amazing having my children, of course. But I am very, very proud of it. I make it a point to share openly about it. So, I used to be embarrassed when early sobriety, it was hell on earth. And, I've got a story, like many of us have a story. And I hit a rock bottom. And I'm grateful to God for giving me a second chance at life. And I never, ever take it for granted. And so I want people to know that, addiction, alcoholism can happen to anyone. But there is a wonderful solution. AA really saved my life. And sobriety is just wonderful. And that's, part of the reason why I don't deal with any drama or toxic stuff as little as I can. It comes my way, but as little as I can, because, those of us who've been through hell, and whether it's alcoholism or some kind of personal hell, I'm sure most of us have, we don't have room in our lives for that stuff. We just, enough of it comes to us. I just want to enjoy, especially when it comes to tomatoes. My goodness, especially when it comes to tomatoes. What's with the drama and taking ourselves so seriously, right? Let's not. So I'm going to be giving away a special seed prize or two, as long as you're willing to wait. In order to celebrate my 13 years of sobriety, June 20th, 2013 was the worst and the best day of my entire life. I know it could have ended a whole lot differently for me and others that day. But it didn't. And so I took this opportunity, and 1 minute at a time, somehow I'm 13 years sober. So I don't know if there's anybody else in recovery out there who's as open about it as I am. But if you're a sober brother or sister, give me a shout out in the comments too. We'll celebrate you also. Let's see who we've got here today. Susan's been beating Sherman lately, and Will too. Hey, Susan. Hi, Will. And there's Sherman. Hey, Sherman, how's everything going in your new digs? How do you like it so far? How's the weather? No, I don't want to leave this site, silly. Oops. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put on Instagram. Hang on. Oh, it's not on. Okay. Is it on? It says I'm live. Okay. Well, we'll just keep it going then. So anyway, Sherman, we miss you. I hope everything's going well. Hi, Mayor from afar. Happy Thursday to you. And Justin, I was going to correct you, but yes, in Australia, it is Friday, isn't it? We are getting ready to go away for the weekend. My sister-in-law, so it's Rob's brother's wife, my sister-in-law Liz. We've known each other a very long time. Rob and I went to high school together. Ed and Liz went to high school together. So, we've known each other long, long time, since the mid 80s. She's turning 60. So they have a house in Bethany Beach, Delaware. So we are leaving tomorrow morning to go down and celebrate her for the weekend, which I'm looking forward to. Hey, Terry. Thanks for being here. Tara Dev is here. We've got 53 live viewers so far. I haven't heard from Jen today. Last I heard, and she said this, I don't know if Jen's here. Last I heard, she was planning on doing a show tomorrow. But, I know she got a new kitten. She's been kind of quiet this week. I haven't heard anything about whether she's doing a show or not. Maybe she'll be here and she can let us know. Hey, Leslie. Happy Awesome Sauce Day to you, too. I like your profile picture. That's a pretty tomato. Hi, blah, blah. Thanks for being here. Listening on a road trip home. How are you, Drew? Nice to see you. Your plants are looking incredible. I don't know if you watched my garden tour yesterday, but they are looking incredible. Fruits on them and everything. They're looking great. Loving Mr. Ranch Boar Goats. Hi. Hi there. And Mariah's here. Hello. And we've got Julia. Hi, Julia. I've got a nice array of tomatoes to talk about today from the United States. We've got Italy. We've got Lithuania. We've got Portugal. Is that it? Quite a few United States ones today, which I always like. I'm going to talk about a couple that came from Jim Wyant. I've got a whole stack of Jim Wyant things that I have yet to log in my spreadsheet, and he's got some incredible, usually Kentucky heirlooms, but he also has a lot of Italian things as well. So, and he's really good at keeping the history alive. He puts them on the seed packets. Let me show you. If you've never ordered from Jim Wyant, you should. He's on Facebook. You order through Messenger. This is what his seed packets look like. So he's got a nice picture. He shows the tomato on a scale and the interior, which is a big deal for me. I hate not seeing the interior. He's got all the information right here on the label: indeterminate, maturity date, what leaf type, and the history that goes along with it. So look, this is the stack of Jim Wyant varieties that I've yet to log. So I'm going to talk, I think I have about 3 of them to talk about today, which is always exciting. If you haven't ordered from him, you can check him out. He's on Facebook. Do I have it? I thought I put in, well, Jim Wyant, Wyant. Oh, here he is. Jim Wyant on Facebook. His profile is jim.wyant.79. And then if you message him on Messenger, and you probably don't need to be friends with him, actually. I don't think you do. Message him on Messenger. He will send you a current list of everything he has. And then you go to his profile, and he has all of them listed, all the photos and everything. So that's pretty awesome sauce. Who else do we have? Rebecca Woods here. Hey, Rebecca. And Christy's here. Happy Thursday to you all. And Lisa, hello everyone. Overcast day here in Middle Tennessee, but it's cooling down as rain approaches. First non-cherry tomatoes have made it into the house. Let the good times roll. Lucky girl. Lucky, lucky. Not here yet. Getting tomatoes on my plants, but other than this one, which I don't think it really counts. It's a micro, which I'm not even counting in like my count list as far as how many tomatoes I'm growing. That's like a whole separate thing for me. But, I mean, that's a nice size micro, don't you think? I'll talk a little bit more about it in a minute. I also have, behind me is another one of my micro creations. The working name right now is called New Religion. It's going to be part of Bill Yoder's Duran Duran collection. So I bred it, but Bill and I are stabilizing it. Look at I wanted to show you the amount of flowers on it. Nice, right? This thing's crazy in a 1-gallon container. You can see one fruit down here. I don't know if I can show it without making a mess. There it is. Nice stripes. I'm growing a lot of these because this is only the F3, so I've got 2 inside. I've got a bunch outside, but really happy with the results so far and the size and the stripes. This was a cross of dwarf purple heartthrob and a yellow micro that I like. So look at the amount of flowers. Really excited about that. Who else do we have here? Hi, Sherva. Thanks for being here. And Kim, how you feeling, Kim? Getting down to the wire. And Teresa's here. And Aldous, love a Thursday tomato day. Me too. Thursdays are my fun day. Hey, Mike. Thanks for being here. Amy Keller, hello. I finally made it here. Welcome. Glad to have you. And Melissa's here. Happy Awesome Sauce Thursday, everyone. If you've never watched before, by the way, you may want to grab a notebook and a pen in case you see something that perhaps you'd like to ask for. I haven't mentioned that a couple things. I am the co-admin of the best tomato community on Facebook, period, anywhere, period. Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap. We're on Facebook. Even if you hate Facebook, join just to be a part of our community. It's fantastic. We're narrowing down in on 12,000 members, which is kind of crazy. We're just about 3 years, and I think I started it early July 2023. It's getting close. It could have been end of June, I forget. So join us. You can see here is our new logo, which I changed the group's cover photo just the other day. Been using this logo for a bit. Got it on my Inspired Garden Life t-shirt. They're the creators of the logo, and they gave us permission a couple months ago to use it as our logo. I put it, I got a banner made for our Carlisle meetup, and I had it on there. We've been talking, Kina, Jen, and I, about changing the cover photo for a while, and I just hadn't gotten a chance to do it. So it's taking a little while to get used to, but I really like it. I hope you guys like it too. It's nice and really professional. Now we have to get one made for Pepper Lovers Collective and Gardening Lovers Collective. Who else do we have here? Cynthia's here. And Francis is here. Hello from the soggy Alabama Gulf Coast where tomato plants need an ark. Oh, shoot. Hope it's not too rainy. And Linda's here, one of our donors of the prizes today. Hi, Linda. Time for awesome sauce. Hi, Linda. Thanks for tuning in. We got Janet. All the tomato friends are here in one place just to talk tomatoes eventually. Hi, Lisa. Mid-90s for the week or so here in Eastern Washington State. That's pretty hot. Happy Thursday, Bavaria calling. Thanks for tuning in again. And greetings, says Saddlebutt1684. I'm not sure I recognize that name. If it's your first time, welcome. Happy to have you. I started talking about a notebook. So every Saturday in Tomato Lovers Collective and Swap, we have a post that goes up called Seed Seeking Saturday. And you can put up to 5 varieties each week that you're looking for. So a lot of people will take notes, you find a variety or two that I talked about that you'd like to get that perhaps you can't order anywhere, or perhaps you don't want to order. You'd rather see if you can source it from the very, very, very kind and generous members of TLC. You can add it in I know the name of the group. I was trying to think of the post, Seed Seeking Saturday. I've only been doing it for 3 years. You'd think I'd remember. Who else do we have? Dancing Vita's here. And Deb's here, another person donating seeds today. Thank you, Deb. Larissa, Lauren, you look today exceptionally beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi, Jerry. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you, my friend. Nice to see you. Hi, Kelly. Just finished pulling Spike's thistleweed, so excited to take a break and talk tomatoes. Me too. Me too. Hey, Stephanie. Happy to be talking tomatoes. If any of you watched my garden tour yesterday, you will notice, well, I've been talking for a couple weeks now about some kind of critter, and I was blaming it on these little cute red squirrels that have been going about. They're eating my cucumber leaves. They're eating my bean leaves. They're even eating borage leaves, but they had been leaving the tomatoes and peppers alone until yesterday. And I recognized the damage. On 2 grow bags, the plant completely snipped in half, and they clearly ate the top part of the plant of 2, thank God, duplicates that I had. So we have a problem, but I think the problem is rectified, and everybody will be living in nature where they're supposed to. No animals were harmed in all of this, but I don't think we're going to have to worry about it anymore. So that's good, especially since we're going away. Hi, Greg. Hope everyone's gardens are growing well. Yes, me too. I know a lot of you are getting rain. I know Akelia told me that she was getting 60-mile-an-hour winds today. So hopefully everybody's doing okay. So we're so far so good. We weren't getting rain, but we've had some rain a little bit lately, not too much, thankfully. So that's good. So far everything is good except for what I now know is a groundhog who was chowing down on just way too much. Just way too much. Once you mess with the tomatoes, we've got a problem. Linda says, today is windy, but so nice compared to yesterday. It was hot yesterday with not much of a breeze. I was supposed to go strawberry picking with 2 friends yesterday. We've been doing it for like 20 years together. We showed up at the strawberry picking place at 1 o'clock, and we were told by the woman who runs the farm they close at 1 o'clock. So then my friend said, can you do it tomorrow, meaning today? And I'm like, nope, Thursdays is out, so we're going to do it next week. But it was a nice day. Would have been a nice day to go picking. Wow, big congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate it. Amazing. So happy for you. Thank you. It's a big deal. Hi, Pretty. Nice to see you. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate it very, very much. Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, Drew, 20th is your birthday. I'll never forget your birthday, that's for sure. We'll celebrate you too. Thanks, Terry. Thank you all. It's not the first time I've celebrated on the show. I think I've done it every year. It's my favorite day of the year. It's like Christmas and my birthday and everything all combined into one, because it really does to me signify being given a second chance. Because I thought my life was over. I really, really did. I thought my life was over. I was humiliated and wondered, how did I get to this place? And I just didn't see a way out of it. But there's a way out of it. And it's, it takes a lot of hard work, especially in the beginning, but life is good. Life is good. Happy birthday, Lauren, one day at a time. That's right. Thanks, Lexi. I appreciate it. And Leslie, thank you all. We all struggle with something is exactly right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Life is hard. And that's why I like coming here every Thursday, or coming to the group, just so we can forget all of that for a while. No tomato drama for me and us, right? Thanks, Amy. I appreciate it. Congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you all for the congratulations. Thank you all. You're very, very sweet. Hey, Kim. Happy Thursday to you. Nice to see you. Hi, Heidi. Thanks for tuning in. What an accomplishment. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you. Thanks, Heidi. Hi, Eric. Nice to see you. Teddy, are you watching? Hey, Teddy. How's your plant doing? I hope it's doing well. I'm going to taste a tomato, and I hope it's good. It's one that I created myself, a microdwarf. Maybe I can give you a plant someday. Hey, Rowena. Thanks for tuning in. And Crystal's here. Hello. All right, Sherman says about Colombia, it's hot. Microdwarf tomatoes are growing well. Nice to be able to just plant and not worry about hardening off. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Okay, who else do we have? Labby Angel is here. Hello. And Zoya's here. Hi, Zoya. What are you talking about? Even though they chopped off, oh, did you have your surgery? Even though they chopped off my ear, I can still hear you. Well, that's a good thing. Thinking of you, Jeff. Oh, Jamie's going to make us jealous. Just dropping in to say hi real quick. I'm on my break at work. Currently having Bill Yoder's head over heels for lunch with some cottage cheese. Yummy. I will watch the replay. Happy awesome sauce day. How is it? How is head over heels? I'm growing that one. It looks amazing. And that's a good segue to another announcement I wanted to make is Bill has now opened sales for his new releases on his website, which is rockstartomatoes.com. If you go to the website, you'll see a tab up here that says New Releases 2026. So you can order. He's not shipping until the end of the summer, but you can order the new releases. And if you go to the new releases, I don't think the pictures are up yet. They're on his Facebook page, but he's got Delirious, Disintegration, Killing Moon, Losing My Religion, Masquerade, Mind Warp, New Life, Rock Lobster, Spellbound, which I'm growing, Stripped, Tears Run Rings, and Visions in Blue. And don't forget, he has an exclusivity clause where he's asking people to not sell new release seeds for 1 year or swap them in groups. So he's doing that. And I think all breeders should be able to do that as long as they make it clear, right? So, yeah, go to Rockstar Tomatoes and you can get Bill's new releases. What else did I have to say? Bill, you're ordering. Nope, I guess that's it. All right, who else do we have? Did I miss anybody? Love the new logo. I'm so glad. Me too. Hey, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in. Deanna's here. Dee's Garden Adventures. Hey, Craig. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. You too. Thanks for tuning in. Kelly says, happy 13 years, Lauren. Definitely something to be very proud of. My dad struggled with alcohol for most of his life. Very proud of you. That must have been rough for you. I'm sorry. They say alcoholism is a family disease. And honestly, when you're in it, when you're the alcoholic or addict, you don't see that. You think it's just happening to you. But, you know, there's damage that's done. It is a family disease. And they tell you in AA, you know, you're the one that gets to numb yourself. The family doesn't get to numb yourself. So they're dealing with all of that. Thankfully, mine didn't last that long. But I'm sorry you had to deal with that. I hope your dad did eventually get sober. Hi, Amanda. So happy to be here today. It's a bigger microberry, Jerry, Heidi. A couple years ago, we had a groundhog. He was actually a smaller groundhog. He was eating our beans and stuff too. And Rob set up a blink camera. I should really get the video footage and show it here sometime. We named him Grateful George. He was very grateful. He was in the Garden of Eden. So it must be Grateful George's cousin or something like that. This is why we have duplicates. It's exactly what I've been saying, Lisa. Now it's making me neurotic that I only have one of each of these plants. And I did take suckers off of them, both the plants in the ground, and did them yesterday. They'll be fine. But this is exactly why we have duplicates. Yep. And this is why I love a good sucker farm, just in case, because both of these that were taken are both are very rare, actually, now that I'm thinking it. One is definitely like nobody's grown it under this name yet. And one is, yeah. So thankfully they were duplicates, but still. Now I'm nervous. I only have one of each. Hey, Yvette. Just came in from the garden. So hot here in France. Well, that's good for tomatoes. Unless it's too hot, then it's hard to get fruit set, right? Hi, Jessica. Thanks for tuning in. And yes, we've heard in Alabama, raining cats and dogs, some wind gusts. Crazy, crazy. Don't forget to type in #tomato, you guys. We're giving away some great prizes at the end. We have groundhogs here in Tennessee. Critters are everywhere on my farm. I was telling Kina about the groundhog, and they don't have them in Norway. She couldn't really. She was saying to me yesterday, too bad my kittens aren't bigger. And I'm like, oh no, groundhogs, they're bigger than cats. At least the ones around here. Thanks, Amanda. I appreciate it. It is a huge deal. Hey, Sean the gardener, watching from Cornwall, England, UK. Have to check out your channel. Do you have a gardening channel, or is that just your profile name? Thanks for watching. Hi, Erin. Little late, but I'm here. Thanks, Bridge. I appreciate it. And I'm picking a colander full of golden raspberries every day, and the mulberries and blueberries just started. Should have Stella cherries by this weekend. I turn into a tiny bear every summer. I bet you must have critters with all of those, huh? Yummy, yummy. We had a mulberry tree, but it was over our driveway, and it was getting the driveway like all stained, so we removed it years ago. Squirrels completely decimated my one tomato bed. Shoot, are you kidding? Salvageable? Mine, the two that Grateful George's cousin got yesterday, like they're just snapped down to the nub, and the top's nowhere to be found. So he must have eaten the top, and it's not even. One of them has a little sprout coming out of it. I could let it go. I'm not sure I will. I may just stick a sucker plant in there of something else. But the other one, there's nothing to salvage. So, wah, wah. But I'm glad, like I said, I'm glad he won't be in issue any longer. And no, we did not shoot him. Don't worry, we don't have guns or anything like that. He is safe, but he won't be bothering our garden anymore. It's yummy, got a nice tartness to it. Of course, it's absolutely gorgeous as well. Nice. I can't wait for that one. So speaking of which, should I taste my micro? I've been teasing about this one. Let me show you what the plant looks like. It's a very, very crazy plant. This is called Drop the Micro. It's at the F5. Is it F5 or F6? I'm going to have to check. I think it's F5, but it might be F6. So tiny, tiny plant. I posted about it in the group. 4 inches tall, maybe. It's never been this small before. In fact, I haven't grown it in about a year. I didn't grow it over the winter, so I kind of decided I'll plant, like I only planted 2 plants of it. There's this one, and then, then this one next to it, which is, you can see, is a little bit taller, but not much, loaded with fruit. So it's just, I don't even know what to say about it. And then it put out these giant tomatoes. Now, one of the parents of this is Tiny Totem, which is a great micro, one of my favorites. And I did include that as a parent because I wanted something large. The other parent is Funny Plum Yellow. So you can see the little nipple at the bottom there. In the past, it's been kind of a bicolor. And there is a little bit of cream on top, but it's mainly like a pinkish rose. It's a really pretty color. Let's take a look inside. Looks nice. Lots of seeds and goo. Let me get rid of this so we can look at it closely. Lots of seeds and goo. Definitely not as much of a bicolor as it's been in the past. Now, I only grew 2 plants, which is not, you know, really need to grow more to get more plants to stabilize. But I just decided kind of last minute I'll grow 2. I'm going to take a small taste rather, because I've got a lot of seeds I need to save. Let's see how it tastes. Better than I thought, actually. I don't know why. It's very tomatoey, not very sweet. It's got lingering sweetness at on the end notes. Let me do a Brix on it. I can't imagine it's that sweet, but it's very tomatoey, almost like an indeterminate. I'm really happy with it. It's only saying a 2.7. Definitely tastes sweeter than a 2.7. It's got lots and lots of flavor. All right, one last taste. Yeah, I really like it. I'm going to save seeds from this. It's got sweetness lingering. It's not sugary sweet, but it tastes like an indeterminate. I think it's quite good. So there you go. Drop the micro. We'll see how future generations do of that. First tomato taste of the year. It's going to be a while, I think, a couple weeks at least to have my next taste of tomatoes. But I've got, what do I have? I've got Areca, F1 Japanese, that could be coming soon. I've got a burnt sugar that could be coming soon. I mean, within a couple weeks. There's a lime in the coconut, could be coming soon. Mo sage, definitely those are starting to pop out. Maybe some of the cherries. It's going to be a couple weeks for me. But that tasted quite yummy. All right, should we start talking tomatoes? Let's do it. Oh, hey, Denise. Riding in the car with my daughter, hoping watching this will help distract me from her driving. Good luck. Hi, Leslie. Hi, all. Hope everything's going well. You too. Those are big tomatoes for tiny plants, aren't they? Cool tomatoes, says Sean the gardener. I'm calling a variety called Shirley. I don't think I'm familiar with Shirley. I'll have to look it up. All right, let us go to our slideshow. All right, so that's Drop the Micro. Craziest thing, right? I had to fertilize it a lot because the foliage was yellowing, which makes sense because the tiny, tiny plant's putting all its energy into making these massive fruits. But it did green up once I was fertilizing, so that's good. And you can see if you look closely on the other plant that they're not quite as big yet, and they do have the nipple. So we'll see. Okay, this first one I've talked about. If you've watched my garden tours, I talked about, I think I brought it up just yesterday on my garden tour. And I did feature it on my grow list video, but I haven't talked about it on this show yet. It's a variety with not much information on it at all called Choiseul. I got seeds from Jardins des Tomates in France. Here's what I know about it. Jardins says there's little traceability for this variety, which I received in a trade a few years ago. However, with a bit of searching, it appears on a few exchange websites with the following descriptions. A tomato with large, round, flattened red fruit, weighing 150 to 300 grams. Its flesh is beefsteak type, firm and flavorful. The plant grows 1.8 to 2 meters or more. It's a mid-season, 75 to 80 days, and has indeterminate growth. It's a very rare variety, so rare, in fact, that few have ever heard of it. Perhaps it originated from the village of Choiseul in the Yvelines department. And then I did find it on two other sites. One is called Mr. B Tomatoes, and it says tomato with large, round, flattened red fruit, 150 to 300 grams. Beef-like flesh is plump and tasty. Very rare. And then I found it on another French website. They pretty much say the same thing, 150 to 300 grams. Very full, tasty, indeterminate, 75 to 80 days. So there you go. Looks good, but also super rare, which makes me feel like I need to grow it and distribute it, right? It looks good. All right, next one. Here's one from Jim Wyatt that I was just mentioning. He sells, if you're just tuning in, we have 106 live viewers right now. Generally in the summer, my viewership goes down because everybody's out in the garden, or the live viewership goes down, I should say. The replays get up there. And my channel's been growing, so they've been getting up there. But the live viewership goes down. The winter seems to be hovering around 150-ish live viewers down, and then in the summer it goes down. But that's okay. I'd be out in the garden too. No worries at all. But if you're just tuning in, make sure you type in #tomato in the comments. If you're watching on Instagram, you need to come on over to Facebook because I can't see your comments on Instagram, and the giveaway tool can't pick up your entry either for some reason. But you can watch. You can watch, but you can come over to my YouTube channel. It's Mr. and Mrs. Tomato Head. Isn't this a beautiful tomato, Kentucky striped? Look at it. Let me expand. Look at that. And as always, Jim takes beautiful pictures. It's 90 days to maturity. It's an indeterminate regular leaf. And by the way, if any of you have grown any of these or are growing, or maybe you just have seeds and I'm convincing you to maybe grow it in the future, or if you just see something and you're drooling, put it in the comments. We want to hear it. Hey, Claudia. Late but happy to join. Hi, all. Hi to you. Drop the micro. Thank you for tasting the first taste of them. My lime and the coconut didn't grow. Oh, shoot. Eager to hear how that one tastes, too. Me too. Me too. I know there's been some trouble with poor Leslie's getting all of his Ongways, except for one, are not true to type. Some look like accidental crosses, others not sure. Not sure what's going on, but it's like a really sad joke for poor Leslie, and I feel awful. But anyway, let's get back to Kentucky striped. Good yield of 12 to 18 ounce yellow and red bicolor with very good flavor. It's an indeterminate regular leaf. Multicolored shades of red, yellow, and orange make for a lovely tomato. Beautiful sliced, fruity taste with a tart acid bite to it. The top is ruffled and the bottom is somewhat puckered. The size of these varieties varies anywhere from 8 to 18 ounces. It's a Kentucky heirloom. First offered in the Seed Savers 2006 yearbook by Al Anderson of Troy, Ohio, who purchased it from Brown's Nursery. And then it says it's known to have been grown by Gary Millwood. Anybody grown Kentucky striped? I love the little red flux capacitor in the middle. I know. This looks like a gorgeous, gorgeous tomato. Meg says, in the garden now, but keeping you open in my pocket so I can listen. There you go. I listen to a lot of gardening podcasts. They don't generally come live, though. But I do listen to Ken's show when, I think he hasn't been on in a couple weeks, but I do listen to Ken's show when I'm out gardening. All right, moving on. This is another one that I've mentioned in my garden tour, and I think I featured it on my grow list video. I'm not positive I had the seeds then, but I think I did. This is one called Color Boom, bred by Valentina Chulyakina of Russia. She's got some really incredible stuff coming out right now. Somebody was talking about one of hers. I think it was Amy Doroy was reviewing one of hers. Amy's a lot further ahead than many of us, and she's been posting some great reviews. I forget what variety it was. But anyway, I'm growing this one, Color Boom. Julia Jabs from Tomaten Welt sent me seeds, so no doubt she's growing it this year and will have them for sale herself on her site. But honestly, I just loved the color, and I really... I think I grew something else from Valentina last year, and I can't remember what it was. But she's doing some really great things. Looks incredibly talented. Color Boom. Beefsteak type fruits are round brown with a greenish red tint. The flesh is tricolor, which I love, with pink and red swirls spreading across a sparkling green background. The flavor is delicate, sweet with a subtle tartness. And the parents are Coeur de Surprise and Nature's Riddle. So there you go. Anybody else growing it? I'm so late. Hello, tomato heads. Hi there. You're not all that late. I think this is only our third tomato. Glad you're here. That one looks divine, doesn't it? You know, I have to admit, I'm a sucker for these tricolors, but I also have to admit something else. Generally, the tricolors don't have that like 1-2 powerful punch of flavor that I crave. They're refreshing and fruity. I think my favorite so far is still Jarson 1 Tricolor, which I'm not growing this year for the first time in a few years, and I'm kind of having FOMO about. Um, but I just love the looks of them. But I think I have yet to find one. Like Triumph of Sophia last year was really good, but I think I'd rather just have like a good green when ripe, to be honest. But still, I'm a sucker for all these. I grow them all. Last year was Painted Piglet and um, Elves of the Puzzlewood Forest, and a whole bunch of them. Every year, there's new ones that come out. I'm like, I need that. I need that. I love that. Great name and color. Color Boom looks amazing. Color Boom looks delicious. Oh, that's right, Deb. I forgot I gave you a Color Boom. I'm so happy. Yay. It's a total Deb tomato. Oh, I'm so glad. I totally forgot that I gave you a Color Boom. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. You're welcome. Hi, Tiffany. Oh my goodness, I'm finally here. I'm working in the community garden and couldn't get my phone to work. Panic. Can't get awesome sauce going. Amy was talking about tropical firework. That was it. Thank you. Thank you, Green Apples. Yeah, she's got some great reviews coming out. Color Boom looks delicious. It does. All right. I have a feeling we'll be seeing a lot more of Valentina Chulukina coming up in the future. Like Natalie Casanelli, she's a hot one coming out with a lot of great stuff right now, too. In fact, Painted Piglet I grew last year was one of hers. Next one, speaking of green when ripes, this one's called Green Pineapple. It's from the United States. It's also listed on Tomato Faifu as Ananas Vert, which stands for green pineapple. So you may see it listed elsewhere, but it's from the United States, so the technical name would be green pineapple. Tatiana's tomato base says 80 days, indeterminate, regular leaf plant with high production of 4 to 8 ounce yellow-green fruit with excellent flavor. I got my seeds from Tomato Fest here in the United States. I'm not sure, does Tomato Fest ship international? Maybe somebody can clarify that for me. I've never been asked by any of my international friends to order from them for them. So I'm guessing they ship international because I do get asked for like bunny hop seeds and other places that only ship domestic. But I've never been asked to order from Tomato Fest. So, but they've got some great stuff, some great heirlooms. And this one I did not have in my collection, which is crazy, but now I do. First introduced in the Seed Savers Yearbook 1991 by John Hartman of Indianapolis, Indiana. Regular leaf heirloom from Ohio. Everything's from Ohio today. Indeterminate regular leaf plants produce lots of 8 to 10 ounce olive to lime green, slightly flattened beefsteak type fruits. Excellent tropical fruit flavors with hints of pineapple. Anybody grow this? I order from Italy from Tomato Fest. Okay, I kind of figured. That's good. Hi there, Christina Joe. At work, can't stay long. Glad you popped in. Thanks for being here. Anybody grown green pineapple? Color Boom looks tasty. I know. I will keep you guys posted. I only have one of those. But at least giving it to Deb, like one of us, hopefully both of us will succeed and have seeds, but at least one of us will. Yay for Ohio, says Tiffany. All right, green pineapple. So far, nobody's grown any of these. I'm going to guess probably nobody's grown this next one either, but we shall see. This one's from Lithuania. It's called Skarii. Bred by, I'm going to butcher her name, Genovete Tekle Visokiene from Lithuania. Isn't this a beautiful tomato? You can get seeds for this from Tomatenflüsterer in Austria. They say it is a creation of Lithuanian tomato breeder Genovete. She created in 1987. Translated, the name means something like scarf. The varieties Everest and a very old heirloom variety were crossed with each other. The result is long oval tomatoes weighing between 100 to 150 grams. They have the good old-fashioned tomato flavor, ideal for eating fresh or for preserving. The very long, thin leaves on the extremely vigorous plant are striking. It can easily grow to 2 meters tall. I don't have photos of the leaves on this. Anybody grown this one? River Rock Farms growing green pineapple this season. Yay! Oh, and Julia grew green pineapple. It was good, sweet and fruity. Okay, good. Julia, are you growing Malapine this year? I hope. Hope so. I hope many of you are growing Malapine. We'll need to add green pineapple to my wish list. Yeah, Tomato Fest has them in stock. I just checked before the show. Scarry Eye. Sure is pretty, isn't it? All right, next one. These are my photos. I grew this years ago. Pork chop. If you look at the photo on the right, I don't even have my green circle labels at that point. Those were other removable labels, but larger ones. Now I get these neon green circles. Pork chop. This one's bred by Bill Gates. Brad Gates. I don't think Bill Gates is breeding tomatoes, but Brad Gates from Wild Boar Farms is talented breeder from California. And I really liked this, and I forgot how much I liked it until I drummed up my review. Let me tell you what Wild Boar Farms says first. They say most yellow tomatoes are actually orange. This is a true yellow. Starts off yellow with green stripes, which ripen to gold. Mid-season, 75 to 85 days. Indeterminate to regular leaf. Medium-sized, slightly flattened beefsteaks. Great sweet tomato flavor with hints of citrus. The best yellow I have ever had. Now, let me tell you something. If you watch the show, you know this already. But if you don't watch the show, or maybe don't watch that much, I'm not the biggest fan of yellow or orange tomatoes. Bicolors with yellow and orange together, yes, they tend to have a lot of flavor for me. In general, yellows, oranges, it's just too mild for me. Pork chop was the exception, and I'm going to go with what Bill/Brad Gates says. We wrote a beautiful striped yellow with bold fruity flavor. Normally I feel yellows just don't have that power punch of flavor that I crave, but pork chop does. It was very prolific plants that started producing early. Anybody else grow pork chop? Kelly's growing it this year. Next year. Didn't make the cut this year. Mayor from Afar is growing pork chop. I think you guys will like it. Really love pork chops, says Claudia. Christy's here. Hey, late, putting in more plants. Always need to put in more plants. Is it sick that... I'm sick about the 2 plants that Mr. Groundhog chopped in half and ate. But then part of me is like... They were both in grow bags, by the way. He didn't go into the garden. Part of me is like, okay, well... I've got new plants I can put in their place. That's weird, because I really want the old plants back. Like, they're special. But I do have some special sucker plants that I've been rooting. Always do the suckers, and like Lisa said earlier, duplicate plants when you have super rare stuff, or if it's something you really love and you can't live without. Duplicate plants, even having them hang around, on your patio or deck, for a lot longer than they should, and they start to look yellow and they're not doing good, keep them around, because you just never know when you have some kind of a weather situation happens, or Grateful George's cousin, the groundhog, shows up, or whatever. You just never know. So I have these extra plants that I'll be putting in their place, but I really want back. One is a Romanian pink, given to me by Joe Raris. He gave me seeds for. I gave some to Akelia as well. She'll be growing it, and we'll be sharing seeds, called Alba Iulia Pink. And the other one is a green that's not well known, Verderon. But I did steal suckers, and I do have the regular plants in the bed. So hopefully there's no other groundhog friends remaining. Catherine, I grew pork chop years ago. Yeah, me too. And like I said, I forgot how much I liked it until I looked back at my review. Samantha, we had an awful hailstorm come through a couple of days ago, and I'm still bummed about the damage it caused. Hoping most of the plants bounce back. We really are at the mercy of Mother Nature. It's so sad. Don't let me derail the show, but I wanted to ask the tomato family if they've seen the Netflix Zach Galifianakis show showcasing Stellar Raven Ecological Farm on Vancouver Island. I haven't watched that show yet. Tiffany, I wish I would have done a duplicate Nanos meatball. I always do like 2 or 3 Nanos. One, because I find for me they're not that productive. And so I always like to have a bunch, and I just love it so much. This is my 3rd year growing it. I grew 2 pork chop, one in the front garden, one in the polytunnel. I brought the seeds when I was on holiday in Florida last December. So you're growing it this year? I hope you like it. The show featured a tomato called Tiny Whiny. That does very well in the heat. Is it a micro or a regular tomato? I mean, it's not itsy bitsy teeny whiny. Is it the micro? Me too, on pork chop, yummy. Oh, Christy says I might be able to give you a nano sucker, Tiffany. That's nice. Growing pork chop, had it for a long time and thought I should give it a try. Yeah, it's a good one. And I don't know if you can see from these photos, let me expand it a bit, but they've got some really pretty like pinkish stripes to them too. And a little bit of a pinkish blush in the center. Okay, I don't talk about Bragg Gates tomatoes all that often either for some reason. Pink Berkeley tie-dye is one of my favorite tomatoes of all time. Like, just for that tomato alone, he's a genius. But this was a good one too. All right, this is one I'm surprised I have not grown. It's called Earl's Faux from the U.S. I'm sure some of you have grown it out there, and we would like to, I would like to find out what you thought, because it sure sounds good. This I got from Tomato Fest also, and they say it's a fantastic heirloom tomato from Earl Cadenhead, who found the seed for this potato leaf tomato variety in a packet of red brandy wine from a seed trade. Following continued grow-outs and additional success, he chose to share these seeds with members of Garden Web. Our Tomato Fest seed trials proved this variety to be a winner. Our organic tomato seeds produce big, vigorous plants that yield abundant crops of 12 to 16 ounce, beautiful rose pink, smooth-skinned beefsteak tomatoes with a rich, complex, and wonderful flavor. The flavor is so outstanding that this tomato has won awards and tomato tastings. A great sandwich tomato. We couldn't get enough BLTs this summer. And then Tatiana's tomato base has a little bit more. Received the seed in a seed trade as red brandy wine, and was surprised to see potato leaf plants, as red brandy wines should have regular foliage, which I didn't know. I thought all brandy wines were potato leaf. So that's interesting. Earl found the taste to be truly outstanding. He distributed the seeds among the members of Garden Web and Tomatoville. It's been popular among hobby tomato growers since then, and it was first offered in Seed Savers in 2005. Excellent flavor, says Neil Lockhart. And Tomato Faifu says, very fine, melt in the mouth, beefy flesh, few seeds in specially shaped boxes on small fruit. Small fruit? They're not small fruit. They must have gotten small fruit. Everybody else is saying they're larger. Excellent sweet flavor mid-season. All right, who's grown it? Love the ribs on Earl's Faux. Anybody grown this? Pink potato leaf, that's my jam this year, but I'm not growing it. I wish I was. Nice looking mater, I agree. Tiffany, I'll take a look and see if I can get a sucker off of, I think I have 3 nanos growing. Let me write it down. If I can, not sure if I can send a sucker in the mail or if I have to wait for it to root, how it would do. I can put it in a damp paper towel. Let me take a look, okay? I am going away for the weekend, so it couldn't go until next week. But I will take a look and see. Sometimes, I mean, they're pretty compact, so I'm not sure if I have anything that I could send you, but I will try, definitely. All right. I'm new to grow tomatoes from seeds. I live in England. Last December, when we were on holiday in Florida, I went to all the garden centers I could find hunting for whatever varieties of tomato seeds. That's nice. That's nice. Are you a member? You're a member of TLC, right? If you're not, you should join us. You can get seeds for all kinds of things. Dixie Chick song came to mind. That's what happens when you're listening and can't see the spelling. Goodbye, Earl. That's such a great song. I remember that video. Okay, but only if you can. I'll take a look. I'll take a look. All right. Guess nobody's grown Earl's Foe. I was looking forward to hearing. I've heard people talking about it for a long time, but I guess nobody here has grown it, or they're on delay. Here's another one from Jim Wyatt. Another one looks extraordinary, doesn't it? Bill Haywood from the United States. Oh, wait. Well, I'll do this one and then I'll do the trivia. Kind of going along at a good pace here today. It's all right. I've got a pack for our weekend away. 75 days indeterminate regular leaf. Frank, all right, so Jim Wyatt, he has like how the tomato came to be and whose hands it went through, and I'm not sure I understand it myself, but I will read it. Frank Barnett named this tomato after Bill Haywood, a coal mine operator in Floyd County, Kentucky. That part I get. Bill Haywood lived next door to Brenda Gray. They were also cousins. They were cousins to Frank also. Brenda gave Frank the seeds to this mater. Brenda's great-great-grandmother, Darkis Stevens Haywood, grew this tomato. Darkis was a sister to Frank's great-grandfather, Isaac Newton Stevens. Both were one-quarter Cherokee, as their grandmother, Rebecca Pridemore, was a full-blooded Cherokee. So that's what Jim Wyatt has to say about it. Tomato Faifu has it listed on their site with not much information, but they call it Bill Haywood German Yellow. So I guess they're claiming it's from Germany. I'm not so sure. They did mention Frank Barnett, I think, in Tomato Faifu. So I don't know if it comes from Germany. I'm going to go with what Jim Wyatt has and assume it's from the United States, but I thought I'd throw that in there. Gorgeous tomato. I know many of you out there grow Jim Wyatt's wonderful varieties. Has anybody grown Bill Haywood? Yes, I'm new to the group. Ah, good. Well, make sure you put in 5 varieties each week you're looking for in Seed Seeking Saturday. We also have a most wanted post. You can have number 1 most wanted variety up there at all times. And then when somebody gives it to you or you find it, you can take it down and put a new one up. So there's all kinds of ways you can get seeds in TLC. Bill Haywood looks yummy. It does. Yummy. You know what this reminds me of a little bit, Teresa? Whenever I see your name, I think of a Cherokee Purple bicolor. I haven't grown that in a few years. I really need to grow that again. That was such a good bicolor. Oh my gosh. Bill Haywood looks tasty. Melissa says you will love the group. I'm glad you love it, Melissa. Ricardo, Geronimo, hi there. Thanks for tuning in. We should perfect a way to ship suckers and start doing sucker swaps next year. You're right. Let me show you what I got. I have one hanging out over here because I'm sending Mark Barnett a basil plant. Found these on Amazon. You can put the plant in here and have it up here. I sent a couple of these to Akelia too. She had some very unfortunate events for her tomato things. I sent one to Heidi Dolan as well. But aren't these great? Great. But for the sucker, I think I just need to wrap it up in a damp paper towel and put plastic wrap around it. It should be fine for a couple of days. But again, I have to check and make sure I've got any sizable suckers. I mean, even the smallest one would be okay, but I will check. I'll check when I go outside. Oh, that's nice, the Christina Joe. Send me a message, I'll share with you. See, that's what I love about our group. I feel like I have seeds on Bill Haywood. I need to look. Might need to toss it in some dirt when I get home. I know, right? This time of year is always hard because it's like, can you or can you not put it in? I put some seeds in just a couple days ago, maybe pushing it. But yeah, my show in May and June, doing it, I do it to myself. I talk myself into things. Are you growing Cherokee Purple Bicolor again this year? Aw, I'm jelly. I'm so glad you like it though. Yes, sucker swap. I know, that's such a good idea, isn't it? Such a good idea. You can do it in the mail. And of course at Carlisle and our other meetups that are popping up, which I forgot to mention, we've got Jen and I are doing our Carlisle tomato tasting and seed swap Friday, August 28th, back in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Hope you guys can make it. And we've got a West Coast. Jamie Hill and Malachite Jen are doing a West Coast one on August 9th in Lodi, California. So hopefully you guys can make one. They're so much fun. They really are so much fun. Really get a chance to meet people and see all these people you've been trading with or seeing the names of. It's really cool. Yes, this is the best group I'm in on Facebook. Everyone is kind and helpful, no judgments. Thank you. I'm glad you feel that way. Francis is growing pork chop this year. It's huge, but disappointing. Oh, really? Disappointing flavor for such a pretty tomato. I didn't find that, and usually I don't like yellows. Bummer. And you and I seem to have the same palate. I wonder, is it... Well, no, I was going to say, have you gotten too much water? I know you are now, but your other tomatoes have been kind of right on, haven't they? Oh, great. It'll be so great to meet you. I can make it to the Carlisle since I live in Lancaster. Yay. Wonderful. Hey, Gosha. Joining in a bit later. Tomatoes needed some watering. Make sure if you're just joining us, you type in hashtag tomato. Oh, hang on. Let's go back. We've got some trivia. I think it's a pretty easy one today. Our trivia question. Should be easy. And I readjusted the settings so now you don't have to do the whole hashtag thing anymore. You should be able to just type in the letter of the answer you want. All right, here's the question. What is the primary reason most tomato varieties remain true to type even when grown near other tomatoes? A, tomato pollen is sterile. B, bees cannot pollinate tomato flowers. C, tomato plants reject pollen from other varieties. And D, tomato flowers are usually self-pollinating before they even fully open. So just type the letter, no hashtag needed. Again, this is the primary reason that most tomato varieties remain true to type. Accidental crosses happen, but in general, it's a low percentage. If you've got heavy bee activity, things cross, or if you've got exerted stigmas. All right, we're typing in our answers. Just the letter should be fine. A, B, C, or D. Yeah, just about everybody has it. I knew this was an easy one. Yeah. All right, you guys are smart. The answer is, of course, well, I shouldn't say of course, but let's get here. Let's reveal the answer. Reveal, it's D. Tomato flowers are usually self-pollinating before they fully open. They have male and female parts, so they really can they're self-pollinating. Sometimes the stigma is exerted, it sticks out, which is what makes things cross. Coyote is an example of that. My favorite cherry, it crosses with everything. I know Angwei has thought that perhaps Angwei ES, the tomato, may have exerted stigmas, which is why it seems to be crossing. Not sure. I don't think he's confirmed that. It was just a thought. So that's D. Let's see who was the fastest to get these in. Melissa, you were number one. Then Catherine, Susan, Dancing Vita, Ikaruya Mamoto, Samantha Brisbaugh, and Dee's Garden Adventures. Congratulations. And for a prize, you get absolutely nothing other than getting to listen about tomatoes for another little while. Thanks for playing. I had a feeling that was an easy one, but there's been some hard ones too, so kind of mix it up. And I know there's a lot of talk in the group about isolating flowers and what that means. If you're looking to get true to type, a lot of people will take something like an organza bag and they'll put it over a flower on a tomato plant, keeping bees and other pollinators from going in, so you know that tomato is true to type, and therefore you can save seeds from it, share it, or sell it, whatever you do, and know with some degree of certainty that it will be true to type. I don't isolate my blooms. I grow open pollinated, so there's always a chance you can get something that is crossed from me, and it has happened. But yeah, I just do open pollinated. I can't be bothered with the organza bags. And I've gotten some great things from crosses such as Bananas Noir from years ago. That was an accidental cross in my garden. But it's really a personal preference. You can certainly, ask somebody if they bag their blossoms or whatever, if you want to make sure it's true to type. But I figure since I give seeds away for free and I'm not selling, I think it's different if you're selling. You should isolate your blossoms, but I don't. But again, even saying that, I just want to specify that the percentage is generally low. I think we had this as a trivia question a couple weeks ago, as a matter of fact. I think it was under 10% or something like that, wasn't it? I think that was the percentage. Maybe was it like 3%? I don't know. Maybe somebody can remind me of the own answer to my own trivia question. All right, next tomato is called 6-4s. This is a variety you may have heard about, bred by Bruno Fournier of France. And I got seeds from my friend Evelina and Celie Tallman. They both sent me seeds for this. 6-4s bears the name of the southern French municipality of 6-4s. The variety is a random crossbreed from the garden of Bruno Fournier and was presented for the first time at the Tomato Festival in 6-4s. It's a mid-season, indeterminate, regular leaf plant. The fruits are mustard cream colored with green stripes weighing 50 to 60 grams. Tomatoes are plum-shaped, collected in huge clusters. The flesh is ochre-colored, sweet with an exotic, fruity, rich taste, dense and juicy. Anybody grown 6-4s before? Seriously, Heidi? Outside? Huh. Who knew? I beg for grow out, says Susan. That's a smart idea. I've heard this. Best yellow I've grown this year, Summertime Gold, and it's incredible. Also tastes like dessert. I think I featured that on a show a couple months back, and I have heard that that's a good one. I'll have to add it to my future list. 3 to 5%. I thought it was like that, Yvette. Thank you. I knew it was pretty low. Heidi says it's nuts. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, now that our groundhog won't be an issue, now we've got to deal with wind. I better, after the show, I'm going to have to go out and make sure everything's strapped. Oh shoot, Yvette said my 6-4 seeds didn't sprout. That's a bummer. It's only been out a couple years, right? Am I right about that? And there's another one, isn't it by him, another one called Brussels Tomato Festival that he also released at the Tomato Festival? Am I right about that? I almost grew that one this year and didn't. Okay, this one is are seeds I got from my friend Terry from France. She used to own Secret Seed Cartel. Um, she's from France. This variety is from Italy, a Barca di Natale. Looks really good. It looks delectable. From tomataniy.pomodoro.ru, they say the variety was obtained from Italy. Mid-season, fruiting until frost. Tall bush, quite strong. Beautiful dark pink fruits, very interesting shape. Melting pulp, sweet. Weighing up to 500 grams. That's a big tomato. The fruit set is super high. It easily tolerates high temperatures. Does not suffer from the top. Does not crack. Super. Lux Tomatoes in Latvia sells this. I love Lux Tomatoes. They say it's new. Mid-season, growing up to 1.8 meters. Plant is robust. Excellent fruit set. Their fruits were a little smaller, 250 to 300 grams. The flesh is sugary, sweet, and delicious. They keep well and don't crack. Best trained into 2 stems. Anybody grown this one? A Barca di Natale. I don't think I'm growing. Oh, yes, I am. I was going to say I don't think I'm growing any Italian ones, but I am. I'm growing Pantano di Ardea, which I'm really excited about. Pantano di Ardea. Waited a long time for those to be in stock, and then a good friend was checking on it for me and sent me seeds. I've been looking for that one for a long time. All right, next one. Amazing Amnesia. I got seeds for this a while ago from my friend Deb. This was a cross that was stabilized and developed by Aliona Voronina and Tatiana Bilozevic. Aliona owns Eco Tomato and Tatiana owns Croatian Seed Store. Bred, stabilized, and receives their name from them. Eco Tomato says indeterminate, mid-season, round rib tomatoes. Look at these things. Deb, you have to, if you're still there, you have to let us know what you thought. Typically 350 to 450 grams. Unique multicolored coloring. Ochre, chocolate, red, and green. Incredibly delicious, like cherry jam. And then Croatian Seed Store says regular leaf foliage, indeterminate. Cross found out at my greenhouse several years ago. It's pretty stable now, she says. Called by me as Amazing Amnesia because it really is amazing. They say tomato fruits are big, beefsteak type, slightly ribbed on the top, which you can see. I love the ribbing on that too. Looks a little bit hollow inside. You can see from the photo on the right, a little bit hollow with the seed cavities there. Fruit colors multicolored, green and yellow, orange with a pink bottom. Real beauty. The taste is amazing too. Very sweet flavor, almost seedless. I just love the multicolored tomatoes. Amazing Amnesia looks delicious. It does. And Linda says, look, those look amazing. I agree. Amnesia looks so yummy. I know. Amazing, amazing. Deb, you still there? Melissa says, wow. Teresa says, ooh. I've had the seeds for a while. I don't know why it didn't make it to my grow list. I'm drooling. Looks so good. Yvette said, that's my kind of a tomato. Amazing. If you can order from Croatian Seed Store, they sell them. Eco Tomato. I'm not sure where they're located. And I know Tomato King has them in stock in Ukraine. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but they have them in stock also. Deb says, grew it last season and it was amazing. Yes, it was a bit hollow. Thanks, Deb. And Heidi's growing it this year. Nice. I'm having FOMO on this one too. Amazing Amnesia. Looks like a Lauren tomato. Looks like a Deb tomato too. All right, next one. We just have a couple more. I'm going fast today. Lloyd Brown. This is another one from Jim Wyant. Not a lot of information. 80 days, indeterminate, regular leaf. Lloyd ran a small store in Dry Fork near Whitesburg. He was closely related to Glenn Brown, a buddy of Frank Barnett. Glenn gave some of these tomatoes from his garden and told him the seed had come from Lloyd. Glenn died in 2012. That's all we know. Anybody grow this one? And we had a Kentucky heirloom grow out that I ran last year. A lot of people grew a lot of Jim's varieties. Hey, Harley, they're beautiful. Heidi says, grew it last year in the green stalk, so it was much smaller, but it was pretty good, definitely hollow. Oh, Amazing Amnesia you're talking about? Got it. Mike's growing Amazing Amnesia too. And Melissa's Lloyd Brown looks awesome too. It does. I love the coloring on it. Faux show. Looks good. I did, Teresa. I did purchase from Tomato King a while ago. And then it was brought to my attention that he is stealing and using photos from other vendors without asking. So that's why I'm not the biggest fan. But my transaction was fine. And he's got good varieties. But I won't be ordering it from him anymore just for a matter of personal principle. No judgment on anybody else. I just don't like that at all. But the transaction was fine. The seeds look really good. So take that as you will. I don't know how long he's been around, but I feel like talk about him is just kind of recent. Tricolors are beautiful. I need to grow one. I don't know if you have Jarson 1 tricolor, but I think there are some people out there who would agree with me that it's pretty outstanding. Lauren, have you grown any tomatoes from Puerto Rico or any Caribbean countries? I don't think so. I've grown from a lot of countries, but I don't think I've grown any Puerto Rican ones. I'm growing one from Chile this year. Yeah, I've grown from all over, but I don't think so, Puerto Rico. I'm going to be talking about, actually, our very next one is from Portugal. Not that that's Caribbean or Puerto Rico, but my friend Nuno gave me seeds for this. Maravilha dos Mercados from Portugal. And this translates to Wonder of the Markets, also known as Maravilha des Marchés. It's an old variety originating from Portugal, more specifically from the Porto region. This variety is renowned for its exceptional productivity and vigor, even though its fruits may show slight irregularities in shape. Fruits are medium to large in size, generally weighing between 150 to 200 grams. They are bright red in color with smooth, shiny skin, have a slightly flattened round shape reminiscent of an apple. I get the impression that this is a very common one in Portugal, which I think is super cool. The flesh is juicy, sweet, and low in acidity, offering a highly appreciated traditional tomato flavor. It's a determinate variety. For those of you that may not know, there's determinate and indeterminate. Indeterminate is a tomato that will continue once it starts producing. It will produce up until your first frost. An indeterminate, or even a semi-determinate, it's kind of in between. A determinate will usually put out a whole lot of fruit right around the same time. Could span a few weeks or so, but it will put it all out at once and then it's done. Most of what I talk about is indeterminate, not by choice, just because that's the way it is. But there are, for people with shorter grow seasons or whatever, determinates can be super helpful. And there's some really good ones out there. I'm growing a few this year myself. So this is a determinate. They say it's ideal for eating fresh in salads, sliced or on sandwiches. Foliage is regular leaf, dense and dark green, providing good coverage for the fruits. Anybody happen to ever grow this one? Thank you, Nuno, for seeds for this. No problem, Teresa. I'm always honest with that stuff. I love all kinds of vendors and all of that. But you have to kind of decide for yourself, you know, like there was absolutely nothing wrong with him, but I have some good friends that he stole photos from, and I didn't realize it at the time. I totally didn't even notice it at the time. I guess what I was looking at were his photos, but he sells my banana noir, which I also didn't realize at the time too. I don't have issue with that. It's not my picture, but still, I just think that's a lousy move. If you're selling a variety, you know, assuming you've grown it, or if somebody gave you the seeds, like take their photos, you know? I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of that out there. Oh, your bola canicin got snapped. Shoot. I better, good thing this is the last tomato. I got to get outside. It doesn't look too crazy from here, but I got to go outside with my my scissors and my garden Velcro tape and start strapping things, especially since we're leaving. All right, so that's it. Let us give away some prizes. Where's our giveaway tool? Giveaway tool. Here it is. Let me reset it. All right, last chance to put in hashtag tomato. And the first one for 3 people, thank you, Linda, is from Linda Wicker Downing. She's giving away Kuatli Salubong, Leprechaun Rob, Purple Fairy Cherry, Riddle of Strawberry Waterfall, and Fiery Turban. So I have Linda on here somewhere. So if you are one of the winners, please private message her directly. Thank you very much, Linda, for offering your giveaway on the special day where I celebrate 13 years of sobriety. All right, first winner. There's number 4. Congratulations. Number 2. Heidi. Congratulations, Heidi. Number 3. Now I'm like staring outside looking for the wind. It doesn't look bad from in here. Mercury XEKEO. So please message through Facebook Linda Wicker Downing. If for whatever reason you guys, if you're just on YouTube and aren't in the Facebook group or on Facebook, you can email me and I'll get you in touch. I may not look at my email until after the weekend since I'm going away, but where is my email address? Here it is. Oops, there it is. Okay. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate your generosity. And the next one is from Deb. I'll put her information up. Deb is also giving away for 3 people 10 varieties of her choice, of your choice from her list that she recently compiled. Thank you so much, Deb. Appreciate it. Number 1. Wait, I was quick today. How many varieties did we do? It was a couple less than usual. Congratulations, Virgo. So usually I'm looking at the 2-hour mark and I'm like, oh man, I still have like 3 tomatoes to go. Congratulations. Private message, Deb. And the third one. Marissa. Congratulations, Marissa. And then Olivia Lai is giving away. She gives away every week to one person. And you get Dwarf Cherokee Tiger Black, Wild Time Purple, Cossack Russian, Early Black Captain Lucky, DB Cooper, Cowboy, Dwarf Crimson Sunset, Chocolate Beefsteak, and Chinook. That's a lot. That's 10 varieties. That's a lot. This goes to, you can private message Olivia if you win this one. Linda, congratulations, Linda. And finally, while I'm very behind in my giveaways, and you guys can bear with me, I'd like to give away a special prize in celebration of my 13 years of sobriety, which is coming up on Saturday. So this is going to one person, and I'm going to put together a special prize package for you. I'm very grateful for all the support you guys give me throughout the year in so many ways. And while I've been holding off on granting wishes and stuff until I can get inside and catch up, I wanted to give something away today. So, surprise package. And this one you can contact me. Private messenger is best, but you can email me as well. Gigi! Oh. Congratulations, Gigi. And thank you all for watching. I will see you next week. Anything else I had to say? I guess not. Make sure you watch or you go to Bill Yoder, Rockstar Tomatoes. Bill Yoder, I don't know what his stock is like, but he is taking orders, just not shipping until the end of the summer. But he's got a whole bunch of new stuff in his 2026 releases that you can now purchase. And again, I don't know, Jen wasn't here. I don't know if she's for sure doing her show tomorrow or not, but I'm sure she'll put up something in Gardening Lovers Collective and swap if she is. And until next time, everybody have a great weekend. Peace, love, get your gratitude on, and go grow tomatoes. Bye, everybody.